Okay, we're going to start this video off. We're in the X-Plane 11 holodeck, and what I wanted to talk about today is a new is an updated program that will allow you to create and edit hotspots in the aircraft. One of the things about VR that was difficult, especially for beginners, is getting yourself set up properly in a cockpit. Um, the default, as you'll see when we get in the cockpit, uh, sometimes isn't where I would like it to be. Uh, a bigger issue is that I'll bring it up here. Uh, this here, I use this is a Wheel Stand Pro, and so I have a set of Satic rudder pedals, and I have a Satic yoke, and it's kind of important to get your physical hardware to match the virtual cockpit. It's like really important. So when you go to like move switches and stuff like that, you don't want to be hitting the physical yoke. You know, you want it to be basically so the body back here, the body of the yoke is basically behind the instrument panel of the virtual cockpit. So to do that, we're going to use this program here called VR Tools. Show and edit text files, so it does text files, shows FPS, a bunch of stuff. The part I'm going to talk about, and this part of it is new for this version 1.3.4, is it allows you to actually move yourself in the cockpit besides being able to edit them. So I think I'm pretty close right now. I'll get this down a little bit out of the way, and I'll click on done, and I'm in the cockpit. So now that I'm in the cockpit, I'll move this out of the way, and I don't know if you can see, but I am definitely not aligned with my yoke. So I'm going to try to like realign myself. So if I get into a pilot seat, so I get in the pilot seat, still not quite right. Whoops, don't want to go outside. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, that's about right. So this is the default view. This is a Cessna 172, the default that comes with X-Plane. A couple of things are wrong with this. One is I'm too far back. I'm too far back in the seat. I'm thinking probably 6 inches too far back in the seat, and and the way I can tell that is if I put my touch controller, now I'm right on the face of my yoke. So where the yoke shaft comes out, I'm right on the face of that. So I need that to be moved. I need to move the instrument panel closer to me. And the other thing that's wrong is when I look to my left, I cannot see the bottom of the wing. I need to be able to do that. So we're going to use VR Tools to accomplish that. Before VR Tools, I bet you when I first got VR, I would spend an hour just trying to get myself in the cockpit right. It was trial and error. It was editing files. It took quite a bit of time. This is how we do it today. Advanced menu, plugins, VR Tools, hotspots, hotspot editor. So when I click on it, when it opens up, it's going to be attached to your touch controller. So just click on click on the toggle, and it's here. So basically, this window here we have these are like the defaults in the Cessna 170, the default Cessna 172. So since I'm in the pilot seat, I will select the pilot seat, and I need to these two buttons here are up and down. So I need to go down. So I go down. So I'm going down, but the plane's going up. And we'll start there. So when I look to my left, I can see out from underneath the wing, where I couldn't before. So I have a much better view when I'm flying to see oncoming traffic and that kind of stuff. Now I need to move myself in. So like I said, this is the front of my yoke, the body of my yoke. So I'm going to move the instrument panel. I'm going to pull the instrument panel closer to me. Close, but not quite there yet. Yep, I'm happy with that. So, move this out of the way a little bit. So when I look out, I want to see just a little bit of the cowling out there. I don't want to see a lot of it. I want to see a little bit because seeing the cowling isn't as important as seeing out. You know, you seeing a lot of the cowling? Nah, it doesn't help. This is, in my training in a Cessna 172, this is the view that I want to be when I'm in the cockpit, setting in an appropriate distance. An advantage of VR of being in this position and being a little bit closer, the gauges become more readable because they're not as far away. The default position, the gauges are even, I'm running a Valve Index, so I'm running a fairly high-end headset. The gauges become a little bit difficult to read the numbers. It is very important that when you glance at the, I'd say that the directional gyro, that you basically can tell. You can tell a 12 from a 30 or a 33. I mean, you got to be able to glance at it and tell when you're actually flying. So now that I've had everything where I'm happy, these numbers here have been changing when I've been moving things. So I need to update that. So I basically click on relog, and I'd actually do it twice just to be sure. And then I click on update, and then I click on this commit. I'm not sure if I need to do this, but it's what I've been doing. So I click on commit. Now it basically kind of locks up a little bit. The airplane starts up. I haven't quite figured out why that's going on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside of the airplane because right now I'm not aligned with the yoke. I'm not lined up. So I'm going to go outside. So I'm outside. The cool thing is my windows that are kind of with me, they kind of follow me around, which is kind of a neat thing for VR. So we can go anywhere as we want. Go by the tower. And then all I need to do is, so I'm like way away from the plane. So I just say, get in pilot seat. So I basically look straight ahead so that I am lined up with my physical yoke. I'm looking right straight into my physical yoke. I pull the trigger. I am back in the cockpit right where I belong. So I look out the window just like it was when we left. And I did this. It took me a little more than 5 minutes, but it sure didn't take me an hour. This is the best tool that I've ever, for doing this particular stuff, this is just an awesome tool. It is way awesome. And once again, this is the tool. VR Tools, version 1.34. It is. I am so happy that we got this version released. I had been playing around with a beta version, and I talked to J.R. Cook, and says, hey, I want to make a video for this, but when I looked at it, version 1.33 didn't have the move features, and I went, if you have them in there, it makes it so easy to basically set it, and you're done. I mean, you don't have to worry about it again. And you can also do the other cockpit, the other positions. You can do the same thing with it. But all I really wanted to do is get physical, my physical yoke and pedals. These guys right here, I wanted to get them lined up. And when I put my touch controller there, that's where my physical. Let me get this out of the way so I can show it a little bit better. So when I put my touch controller, I'm right against the face where the shaft comes out of my yoke. So that's where I have it. I have that just about lined up or a little bit behind this virtual instrument panel. So this it is just so it just saves so much time. And so you can spend more time enjoying VR, not trying to fiddle with getting things to work correctly. So I think that's about all for now. Just want to give another shout out to the tool that I use. Because I am running a Valve Index, I use SteamVR. You can see it right here. Because I use SteamVR, it allows me to use this tool that allows me to bring my whole desktop right into the cockpit so I can show things. I mean, this has helped a lot. And the name of the application that allows this is OVR Toolkit. And it's about $12, probably the best $12 I've ever spent on VR. It is, it makes what I'm trying to do here, just trying to give knowledge to the X-Plane VR community, to give them knowledge of what is possible. I mean, my goal long term is I want to stream VR, and so I'm just kind of like learning these tools in preparation for that day to come. But I think I'm pretty good. We will say goodbye for now, and thanks for watching my channel. It's been just so much fun doing this. So thank you much. Have a great day.